Hello everyone, welcome back to Basics, the channel where we talk about everything and anything to do with the bass guitar. Today is part 3 of my series, The History of the Bass Guitar. So, today, for a little recap, last time we left off on 1958 with Gibson releasing their second bass guitar, the EB2. Well, technically third, but the second in their EB series, and becoming a major player in the bass guitar scene. Today, we are going to go through the 60s and the 70s, which has a lot of the classic bass guitars as we know them today. So, let's get down to it. In 1960, Fender releases the Fender Jazz Bass. This bass is huge. It leads to a new development in lingo for bassists, which has the P bass, which is a precision bass, and the J bass, which is a jazz bass, and the PJ bass, which is a precision jazz bass, which has both pickups. This also leads to jazz basses using the jazz bass, obviously, because jazz is in the name of it, and has a different style than its predecessor, the precision bass. In 1961, Rickenbacker releases its 4001 series. This series becomes internationally known when Paul McCartney uses one with the Beatles, which makes sense because, Beatlemania was huge back then. In the 60s as well, funk became a leading style of music, which led to a different technique, slapping, where you use your thumb and strike down the string, like this typically, or parallel to the string, to create a different tone, and you put one finger underneath the string of the bass to make a popping sound, so slapping and popping became very, very popular during this time. It also led to other genres of bass-driven music, such as disco, techno, house, EDM, hip-hop, rap, all of that because of funk, because it was bass-driven. In the 70s, there wasn't much development with the actual bass itself. Most of the development came from players using the bass, because there were many, many revolutionary players throughout this time. And on top of that, there was some development, such as the number of strings some models had. For example, the 5 and 6 string bass was developed during this time. The 5 string being tuned B, E, A, D, G, and the 6 string typically being tuned B, E, A, D, G, C, with that high C string. Other than that, there really wasn't much development in the actual bass itself. There was a different style of playing emerging, where you used a pick to either strum chords or triplets, but that was really about it. There was minor tweaks here and there to different styles of pickups, and maybe different styles of neck, and maybe the headstock developed a little bit for different companies. But other than that, there really wasn't too much going on with the actual instrument itself. So we'll pick up on this series next week on Thursday, where we're going to delve into the 80s and 90s basses, and we'll see where that takes us on our little journey through bass history. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, remember you could always like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love reading comments, and I upload every single Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for bass. And I don't really have much to say after that. On Saturday, I promised we'll be going over how to play Wasted Years on bass, which I'll be back in my garage for that, because that's where I put my amp for now. And stay safe, folks. Also, one quick thing, if you stay for this song, say hi to my cat. She's been here for 2 parts of my filming. And like I said, stay safe, guys.